What is going on, guys? My name is Pavel. I am the owner of Northern Buildworks. I'm making this video just because I want to go ahead and talk about some of the goals, some of the plans that I have for the company. It is officially the end of the first week of January, and I want to make this video just because I see a whole bunch of small business owners, the people that I watch. They go ahead and set these goals for them in the business in the beginning of the year, and I want to do the same and hold myself accountable and smash them together. It's my first ever video, so I would love to record the process, the journey, take you guys along, be your test dummy, whatever you want, for whatever, for marketing and whatnot. But I am the owner and the single employee of Northern Buildworks, and we are a landscape and construction company here in Rochester, New York. Just got home. Gonna go ahead and pick up this check. It should be in my mailbox, and we'll talk about some things that I want to set for 2026. Man, look at her. What a beaut. What a beautiful day, huh? Look at this. Gray skies, yellow grass. I mean, what can you ask more? Living life in Rochester. Gonna go ahead and take you guys along and cash this check out and start counting my money. All right, before I go ahead and start listing some goals, I want to go ahead and tell you what we are, who we are, what we do. We are a small landscape and construction company, and we pretty much opened up in August when I was 19 years old. That's when Northern Buildworks officially opened. And from there, we've just been doing a whole bunch, or I've just been doing is a lot of small landscape projects, landscape jobs, landscape installs, a few hardscape installs, like we did a patio in someone's backyard. We did a front walkway, a curved seated patio wall, mulching, planting. I also did a few mailboxes and painting and all that stuff. I did a bathroom remodel, in our off season for landscape and whatever. That's pretty much the work that we do and we've done in 2025. So those are a few, listings of the jobs that I've done in 2025. Now, stepping into 2026, I really don't want to be, kind of all over the place, like whatever, a general contractor. I don't want to be labeled as that. I really want to go ahead and, narrow down two types of services that I want my company to do. Just pretty much become the best at it, and, have the best equipment, best tools, just pretty much narrowing down onto two things, and that is site work, so like excavating and grading, and hardscapes. I don't really want to be picking up any more painting jobs. Obviously, if a painting job comes up and I got nothing to do, like, even when that happens, I just want to market and pretty much not do that, but, whatever. Who knows, who knows? I might even become a painter this year. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so those are the two things that I really want to narrow down to in 2026. And I'll go ahead and list a few goals that I have for this year. So number one, what I would want to say is I really want to go ahead and market. I stayed busy all of 2025 just on my own, just from word of mouth and whatever. But I really did go ahead and, stretch those, whatever, 2-3 day jobs to maybe 5 days, just because I wanted to make sure, that I'm busy every single day. But the only reason why, I wasn't busy every single day was, there's slow days and whatnot, but it's because I wasn't marketing, so I want to go ahead and market. I want to go ahead and learn marketing through Facebook ads, Google business profile, whatever, social media, connecting with builders and whatnot and other contractors. So yeah, that's definitely a goal of mine for 2026 is to start marketing and to learn marketing. And good thing for you guys. So I'll go ahead and tell you what worked for me, what didn't work for me. If you're in the same business as I am, whatever. But yeah, so that's number one is marketing. Number two, what I would want to say is really want to acquire 50 Google reviews on my business page. As crazy as it seems like my competition here in Rochester, New York, there's only like 3 or 4, Google business profiles that have like whatever, over 10 reviews. That's just excavating. They're not going to be doing Hardscape, or they probably don't do Hardscape like what I do. But nonetheless, I really want to have 50 Google reviews by the end of this year. And so what I'll be doing is go ahead and, telling people, asking for a review every single time I finish a job, do a great work, maybe throw in a free service, just to make sure I get the Google review. But I really want to, have 50 so I can set myself apart from the others, because I guess, that is a huge thing, in this business or in business, it makes sense, all these people who give you good ratings, and that is great towards your name in the company, and people see that, and they'll go ahead and call you rather than the other guy that got 5 reviews. So I definitely want to push that. So that is number 2 on my listing. Pulling up to my bank right now. I'm gonna go ahead and cash this check out. So I'll go ahead and see you guys right after this. Just left the bank. Of course, my pockets are full of money. I mean, what else can you expect from a 20-year-old? Fire the old Cummins up. Oh yeah. So yeah, back to the list. What I would want to put for into number 3 is own a piece of equipment. I expect to go ahead and rent a lot of the equipment that I will be I'll be getting jobs from advertising and marketing, and I'll probably go ahead and obviously be renting for the first couple of jobs, or the first few jobs, up until I guess I'm pretty steady with work, and I decide to go ahead and pull the trigger and buy a piece of equipment. So that is obviously a goal I would love to work to. Yeah, that'll be number 3. What type of equipment? I would probably go ahead and say a skid steer, just because I've just been doing a whole bunch of research, and you can just offer a bunch more services for residential clients. Obviously I'm starting off. I'm not going to be going into commercial instantly. Yeah, a skid steer, because I'll just be able to offer a lot more services. Yeah, that will be number 3, is to own a skid steer by the end of this year. So actually going back to that, I want to own a skid steer and a trailer. Right now, I have been using my dad's dump trailer. He has a dump trailer, but obviously I don't want to be depending on him or like reliant. It's great, in the beginning, where I'm at. But I want to own my own dump trailer. Okay, all right, let's just go ahead and say this. By the end of this year, I would love to own my own dump trailer and my own equipment trailer. So those are the goals for the equipment side. What I have right now is a 2018 Ram 2500 Cummins, which I will be putting to work all of this year, hopefully. And I have a 14-foot enclosed trailer right now that is storing all of my landscaping tools and salt, bags of salt. So yeah, all that is in there right now, nice and dry. It's a bit of a mess, but I want to go ahead and build the inside out, kind of with like the landscape company that I used to work for. So that was number 3 with the goal list for 2026. And number 4, I would probably want to include a number to hit this year with the business. And what I would love to hit with Northern Buildworks is $160,000. Seems pretty doable, to me, from all the research that I've done. I'm pretty confident, you know, if I just don't mess up, if I just keep marketing, you know, getting my name out there, building these connections, you know, I don't see why not, why it wouldn't hit $160,000. Was it 160 or 150? Whatever. All right, let's say $160,000. Yeah, so that's going to be a goal. I'm recording myself right now so I can stay accountable to myself. And hopefully we crush it here in 2026. So yeah, so that's pretty much the goals that I have for this year in 2026. I don't know, it seems like it's not a lot, but you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with this. So I also do plowing and property maintenance. I don't have any residential mowing, but I do have a few residential plowing. But I do a full, you know, year-round property maintenance for a commercial job. And I guess, you know, here's another goal that I'd want to do. So this would be my 5th one, is to acquire, you know, another commercial property maintenance contract, whatever you want to call it. You know, because, you know, it's good cash flow, you know, it's always going to be coming every single month. So that'll be another goal actually that I'd like to throw in, is to have, you know, let's you know, take it easy and let's do one more commercial maintenance. I don't plan to expand at all on the mowing aspect, you know, but if I gotta lock in a contract and mow the lawn, I'm gonna go ahead and mow it, right? It takes like what, 1 hour, you know, to drive there and mow it. And then you also got, you know, snow plowing for the winter time. So if I had to put a number on how much snow plowing that I have acquired this year, I would probably want to say, let's just go with 15 residential driveways I've got on a contract, and I have one commercial property that I plow. I went ahead and measured it, and it's literally exactly at a 1 acre, you know, square foot lot. So yeah, that's definitely, you know, been keeping me busy on this off season, you know, from you know, hardscape, you know, landscape, whatever you want to call it. And you know, that's pretty much what's been pulling me through. You know, the profit margins, you know, are absolutely great. You know, I really want to continue to learn my numbers and you know, price. You know, don't underprice, don't overprice, bid competitively, and you know, lock them in. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm trying to get at with this video. Just go ahead and, you know, record myself, listen these goals out, and look back at them, you know, at the end of 2026 and see if it was a complete flop or you know, I crushed it and went, you know, even more. But that's definitely what I want to, you know, do in 2026, is market. You know, I really want to get my name out there. I really want to, you know, be the go-to excavating contractor, you know, in Rochester, New York, for whatever, residential or commercial. So we're back home right now, and if you've enjoyed the video so far, go ahead and please like and subscribe. You know, if you're interested in this journey of 2026 for me in Northern Buildworks, I'll go ahead and show you my company. Probably flip-flop, but or maybe not. But yeah, you know, if you're interested, stay along with the journey. I hope to make, you know, many more videos with, you know, the jobs that I land, with what I've been learning with marketing, and, you know, take you guys through it all. And if, you know, you're interested, go ahead and subscribe. You know, I'll go ahead and make another goal right now. I would love to have 500 subscribers by the end of the year. You know, I don't know if I'll get that or not, but you know, that's just another thing that that I'll work for, you know, keep producing content for you guys, you know, interesting content. So if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next Northern Buildworks video. Peace.